So when it comes to the shape panel, the fourth icon will bring you to the custom cutter. And once you're inside the custom cutter, you can see that there's an option for collection and shape. However, I don't normally use this in my normal workflow. And we already talked about how if there's nothing specified, you will basically draw the box cutter logo, a nice way to rapidly adorn your objects and show your box cutter spirit. However, whenever you're in custom as a shape, it also unlocks the hotkey of C. So by pressing C, we can actually mark this shape that we have selected as the cutter. And because we are cutting using the shape that we have marked as a cutter, that means that we're using basically what's called self-cut. And this is like kind of a procedural way of working where you can use the same object that you're cutting as a cutter to get a really interesting layered pattern depending on the amount of cut that you're putting into it, because of course the more that you take away, the less you're able to give to it in the next cut. But has really been interesting as a way to just test the limitations of BoxCutter and see what's able to be provided with just random procedural endless generation. In fact, after cutting this shape as you see here, I can just deselect in order to not have anything selected, and then whenever I click and drag, I am actually drawing a make box in the form of this shape previously. So I love doing this and just drawing shapes of just random nature. In fact, we can take this a step further, press D, switch over to circle, and I'll draw a circle, and instead of leaving it as a cut box, I'll press X and switch it over to a slice, or press X again and switch it over to an intersection. Sometimes I forget the names of some of these newer things. And we'll just perform our circle cut here, constraining everything that we made from this original custom cut creation into finally a circle at the end. So it's a really interesting way to get detail on the fly. Of course, with a shape like this, I could just centralize its origin based off of its cutter and then just mirror it to the other sides until I make it into something that makes more sense.